Sagittarius, hi, how are you? I'm just coming in, I'm having my coffee, and we're going to do the reading for January 2022. Happy New Year's. Hey, if you've been to my channel before, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. If you're new to my channel, I really appreciate you popping in. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see. It's going to be a general reading. It's not going to resonate with everybody, but take what does, leave what doesn't. You know the drill. If you like the reading, you can give me a thumbs up, write me a comment, that'd be awesome. Subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Alright, so let's see what we can find out for Sagittarius, January 2022. Four of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and Three of Pentacles for your past energy. It's recent past. The Three of Cups, Knight of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles for your present energy. And Nine of Coins, the Hangman, and the Magician for the possible outcome. Alright guys, this will be good to find out here, and then I'll clarify with a different deck, and we'll see what kind of story we could tell. Alright, it looks like in your recent past you were feeling kind of, I don't know, just maybe bored with your situation, just unhappy. And I almost want to feel like they're in another deck. It's not necessarily this one, but there's another deck, same situation, but the guy actually looks like he's just annoyed with what he's being offered. Like he's only got 3 cups being offered. He wanted 4. He didn't get it at first, so now it's being offered to him and he doesn't want it. So kind of like, almost like you're feeling like, you know, like I just feel like I want it now, and that feeling. Then I feel like you're also trying to balance some things. Maybe, you know, maybe juggling home life, work life, you know, family, friends, like you're trying to do a whole bunch of juggling. So I don't know what part of it that you were annoyed with. But right after that, then you have this, you know, where you're trying to have some kind of teamwork and collaboration with people, being able to, you know, if you have a project at work, or, you know, maybe if you have a business, see how he's standing on that bench? He's kind of like the lead of it, and he's trying to just show people how it's done and how they can do it, but he is actually the one who is in charge. So that might be your situation, and maybe that was because maybe you did get bored of something that you were doing, and then you tried to, you know, juggle it and balance it out to be doing something else, maybe. Or that could be two totally different situations. If this is, you know, in home life and this is in work life, and you're just trying to juggle the two things, because yeah, actually this juggler guy, he's right in the middle. So maybe it's just a matter of juggling and finding the balance between the two different things. And then your present energy, the Three of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. So I feel like alright, so apparently, you know, maybe you're around your people, you know, the people that you're closest with, your family, your friends, and you know, the people that you enjoy and you want to spend time with. But this Knight of Swords energy, it's kind of like right there. And if you see the cards together, it's almost like he's running into them. You know what I mean? It's like they're having a good time, they're partying, doing whatever, and he's like totally just trying to, you know, rampage on top of the party. So I'm not exactly sure who that would be representing to you, but I feel like it's somebody who wants in and he can't get in. Now, I don't know if this is you, and you know, these are people that you are with or you're close with, but you're not able to be close with them in this situation for some reason. And this is an air energy. I mean, it could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but it doesn't have to be. But just be like the energy that's around you then. Or this can be a totally different individual, and they're trying to get in on this, happy, joyous time with people. Because right after that, this energy of the Five of Pentacles, and this is like being left out. So I'm feeling like whoever this is was feeling left out of this situation. Like, so there's a party going on, he wasn't able to come into it, and so they're feeling left out. Now again, it's general, so it could flip-flop, but it could be somebody else. Maybe somebody else that, your friend, your partner, your child. I mean, it just could be somebody that feels left out of this situation. And now in your outcome, you got the Nine of Coins, the Hangman, and the Magician. So it just seems like, all right, at that point, you're feeling very content in your situation, whether it's your job, your home life, your family. Just you can take care of yourself. You're feeling like, you're feeling comfortable in your own skin. You don't have anything to worry about. You know that you are able to provide for yourself. And probably for others also, if need be. But there is something that you are trying to see differently. Maybe if there's a different perspective that you need to take. That you need to take a different perspective as far as with, in a situation, a job, a person. And you might feel like you have to give something up to be able to find what you need to. With whatever this is going on, because then you have the Magician coming up over here. And this is like manifesting into something new. Something like you have all the resources you need. You have everything you need to be able to grow something else, to, whether it's going to be a new job, maybe a different business, something, whatever it is that you're doing. You have all the tools you need to do it, but you have to look at something differently. Like whatever you think you might need to, like, change that a little bit, like almost like making it knowledge 2.0 type of thing. Where it's not just like totally revamping your whole situation, because your whole situation got you here. But you just might want to tweak it. And I think that's where you're trying to look at something different. Let's see if we can get any clarifiers. My New Year's hat's getting on my nerves. All right, let's see. It's pitiful. I was at the store and I couldn't find any 2022 hats. I don't know what happened. I'm late on the game, actually. So I got blank hat. All right, so what have we got for the Four of Cups? The Ten of Swords and the Five of Coins, or Five of Pentacles. All right, well, whatever goes on with this Four of Cups, I'm wondering if something didn't happen that caused you to feel betrayed, caused you to feel like somebody backstabbed you, it didn't have your back in whatever the situation was, because then you did feel left out of it. Like you felt like whatever happened, you were betrayed. Maybe that's what this whole Four of Cups is about, because you, like I said, you were expecting a certain amount of something from them and you didn't get it. So you were feeling pissy about it, and when they were offering it, then you didn't want it because you felt betrayed about it. You felt like somebody, did you dirty, and you were feeling left out. So what's this Two of Pentacles here for you? Two of Pentacles here for Sagittarius. Got the Hangman again. And the Ten of Swords. No, Ten of Wands, I'm sorry. So we got the Hangman and the Ten of Wands. Again, looking at a different perspective, and whatever it is, you're going to take on a lot of burdens. So when you're deciding what it is that you need to know about whatever the situation is, whatever you have to sacrifice, it's going to be a lot of burdens. Or is it you taking on somebody else's? Like, are you taking on the responsibilities of somebody else just to be able to get past that feeling of being betrayed by somebody? You know what I mean? Because then after that, you have this like teamwork and collaboration and all this cooperation, and it felt like that was at work. But it could actually be in home life too. Let's see what that is. Page of Wands and the Devil. All right, so you have the Page of Wands. Like, all right, you're out there, you're grabbing a hold of something new, you want to take it further. And with that cooperation, teamwork card, yeah, that sounds like you're grabbing it, you want to do it. But this Devil energy, it might be a matter of maybe somebody is not, I don't want to say tainted. There just might be an energy around you, around the situation that you're in, that isn't great. And it might be like a little toxic and could be causing you to have to take on these extra responsibilities. And is this what causes you to feel betrayed? Like, is that the energy of that? Like, you would know that. I mean, if you feel that. It's a 3 cups. All right, I got the 8 of cups and the 4 of cups. All right, so it's like walking away from a situation that meant something to you at some point, but you felt like it was better to walk away from it than to stay. And that 4 of cups came out again too, and it's, again, it was like, all right, so are you walking away because you felt a certain kind of way about it, that you weren't being treated the way you wanted to or the way you thought you should be, and so you were walking away from that, which is kind of what you were doing up here too. So I'm wondering if it's not like where you, whatever situation you were in, you got stabbed in the back, and then this, like, this energy of, it could be a toxic energy. I'm just, somebody in that group is not being what they said they would be, or not treating you the way that you thought you would be treated. And again, this could be work or home, or, you know, family or friends. What about this Knight of Swords? Queen of Wands and the 4 of... Well, I feel like this could be your energy, male or female, that doesn't matter. But somewhere around with this 4 of Wands and this Queen of Wands, it feels like you're finding like a reason to celebrate, a reason to be happy, a reason to have, you know, like a small celebration, intimate, so not huge. But so you're finding a reason to be that, and it might be in your home. Like, you might be finding a reason to be happy and not feel this way somewhere in your home base, kind of, you know. And home base could be really anything that you would consider your home base. You know, it could be actually your home, but it could be, you know, where you feel the most comfort, where you feel the most comfortable and secure. And, you know, you have, you know, people around you that make you feel, you know, just comfortable, like kind of nurtured and, you know, taken care of. This is 5 of Pentacles. King of Pentacles and the Empress. All right, so maybe after having that left out feeling, there was something was growing about, like with the King of Pentacles energy, that's grounded and stable and mature and very good with, you know, all things material. Like, you know, you can handle and a male or female, that doesn't matter, but handle the finances, handle anything that has to do with like earthly type of things, you know, like food and family, things that you need to stay, you know, kind of like alive. Right? So that they're all about material growth. With the Empress, it's nurturing and strong growth. So if there was somebody feeling left out because of whatever situation where I felt like they couldn't get into that group, they are able to feel better because they now have this feeling of, you know, this mature growth and stabilization and like sturdiness in whatever they're doing. So you're not feeling so left out anymore. What about this? 9 of Coins. The 9 of Wands and the King of Swords. All right, so King of Swords, it could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be male or female. That doesn't matter. But somebody feels like they are always on guard for something. Like you, and it could be you. Doesn't have to be, but it probably is. But where you've fought the battle once and you have to keep doing it over again because things keep repeating, or it's like you're always kind of like on guard of it happening again. You're using like all your energy and all your reserves to keep it from happening again. It's almost like you're constant. If you ever seen the other cards, it's like the Wounded Warrior. He's just like, he's battered and bruised and he's got like a bandage on his head, just like because he's been through it. But he can keep doing it because he's like, he has the strength and he has the endurance to do it again. So whatever this might be saying for you is just this constant, you need to keep onto it for whatever reason, but you're like something that you've been doing over and over again, you actually are able to do it. And if that King of Swords is your energy at that time, very, very on point, very like strong and just and fair, but can be hard if you have to be. And that Hangman. The Five of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. All right, so feels like you'd be doing some hard work if you had to. And this Five of Cups, whereas you might be feeling like you've lost something, like almost like some regret with decisions that you made or things that just have no longer been around. So you miss it, but you got to remember that all's not lost. Because even though because if you on the other cards, it looks like there's 3 cups that fell over and there's 2 cups that are still there. You still have what's important that you have. And so all's not lost. And just feeling like you might have to do some hard work to be able to pull it back in, whatever this might have been. You just have to, do some hard work to make those 2 cups and what's important to stay and keep them where keep them with you. Whether they're, people, memories, just different things that feel important to you. What about this Magician? Justice and the Three of Wands. Well, it seems like you are looking to create or manifest something fair and equal and balanced. And when you do it, when you're using the energy of the Justice, it's like, because there's something out there and you want to get a hold of it and you want to utilize it and you want to make it your own, but you want to make sure it's completely fair, it's equal. There's not going to be any things that people can look at and say, well, that's just not right, that kind of feeling. But there's definitely something that you're looking forward to, that you see it out there, it's out there and it's in your head and you're like, I could have that. And you just want to make sure that it's going to be on the up and up, so nobody's going to say, hey, well, you didn't do it right, that you weren't fair about that, or in that kind of sense. Okay. All right, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you can give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, write me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. That would be awesome. And I will be seeing you, if not sooner, for like a middle of the month reading, definitely by February. Okay? Thank you so much. Take care.